Hello everyone and welcome back to another fantastic episode of John's Rockin' Vinyl 77. This time around I do have a few things to show, actually quite a lot. I recently got in a cool collection of records that I found at a thrift store for really cheap, and I also have some things I won in a contest. I'm just going to show you a kind of variety of all of that mixed in. I'm going to show you kind of the best of what I found at the thrift store, and also in a collection I recently bought online, and hope you enjoy what I show. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about what I got from Ron's contest. I came in second place in that contest, and this was one of the things that I got. It's the Who Live at Leeds CD. It's basically, it's in a giant box like this. You open it up, and it has all the posters and stuff inside. And then this kind of looks like a mock version of the record, and then you open that up, and then inside you'll see that there's a CD in place of the actual vinyl, which is kind of cool. And it's a great album that I really do enjoy and I love. It's just, they're tough to score with all the inserts, so I'm happy to have that, even as a reissue. And that's something awesome that I'll listen to quite a lot. So up next, I also got in this same batch. This is Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits, still in the shrink wrap, and the vinyl's really nice on this. So happy about that, getting that. This also came from Ron in that contest, so that's awesome to have. And that's about it for that contest. So thank you, Ron, for sending that my way. I'll probably try to come up with something, but I don't know what I'll send, but I'll try to. But anyway, let's kind of get started on what I'm going to show. It's kind of going to get the weaker stuff out in the front, and then I'm going to show you the better stuff. This was what I was going to play today in the background, but turns out my record players are kind of messed up. I'm going to have to probably get a new cartridge, so I'll be looking out for a new cartridge. So this is Backstreet Crawlers, the band plays on, featuring of course Paul Kossoff from Free. So that's something awesome to have. And I didn't have that, so that's cool. I got that cheap at a thrift store, so it's pretty awesome to find that. And then up next, I have a couple of 60s records that I found. Actually, a few more than a couple. And this is the best of what I found. It's a lot of 60s British Invasion and stuff like that, and pop stuff like that. So if you're not into that, you may not like it. But this stuff kind of coexist with the garage movement and psychedelic movement. This is what happened, right before all that happened. So it's cool to have that as like a mark. And this is one of my favorite bands from this time period, the Hollies. This is their album Bus Stop. This is, I believe, their fourth album, and this is just really good pop rock. Just really good mid-60s, early 60s rock. Really cool stuff, like 1965, 1966, something like that. Really cool stuff, glad to have it in the collection. Wait, I guess I can show the label. It's an original, and it's also a mono, like a lot of these are. A lot of these are mono on Imperial. So this was a pretty awesome collection that I found, and I'm glad to have it. This stuff. Let's see. Here's another Hollies album. Let's see if I can get it out. This is Here, Here by the Hollies. Featuring Look Through Any Window, which is one of my favorite Hollies songs. This is their second or third album, I think. I think it's their second. But this is like really good. 1965. Really good album. Definitely highly recommend this, especially for the track Look Through Any Window. They do some unique covers on here too. They do Lottie Miss Claudie, and some other interesting songs. Anyway, cool stuff. Up next, let's see, I'm gonna skip that one. Let's do this. This is a really nice copy of this. Let's see if I can get it out here. Try not to take too much time doing this. Again, another mono. The Young Rascals, Good Lovin', featuring Good Lovin'. This is their first album, their self-titled album. And this is just in immaculate condition, just gorgeous. Mono copy again. I mean, the cover is not perfect, but it's really nice, really strong VG+. No seam splits really at all. And the vinyl, guys, I mean, I had a copy of this, but I had to get rid of it because it was just too rough. But this copy right here is just gorgeous. It's like it's never been played. So nice. On that what famous, I don't know, what is that, orange or red and pink? Or no, red and purple? Red and purple? I think they call that the plum label. It's basically the same as a UK record. Those later in the mid to late 60s, I mean. It's basically the same label design. So anyway, and a mono copy. Just crazy, man. For 50 cents, you know? All these were 50 cents. All the ones that, I'll tell you when they aren't 50 cents. And this next one I was really excited about too. This is Bee Gees' first album, another mono, and this is just gorgeous. Like, it's never been played condition. I just had to grab it for 50 cents, you know? Oh man, just really killer. Let me see if I can show you guys. The cover really nice. Look at that. You just don't see this album like this. The only issue I could even consider is this one little punch hole. Or it's not even a punch hole. It's just a little bitty dot right there on the cover. And other than that, it's nice, really nice. Let me show you the vinyl again on this one, and then it's on the Atco label. And there's the label. And then side 2. This is just beautiful. Of course, this has their huge hit. What's the song? The New York Mining Disaster, 1941. And this is just your premier British mod pop psych kind of thing. I'd say it's a little more mod than pop, than psych at all. Moddy rock, mod pop kind of thing. Still a really solid album, and just something that I'm excited to have in the collection. Because I've never seen this album in this kind of condition to grab for 50 cents. It's crazy. And up next, these are some of my best finds that whole day. 2 mono Kinks albums. Here is the Kinks' greatest hits, just in really decent shape. It has some seam wear on the bottom, and there's quite a bit of ring wear, but there's no really bad splits. Just that one in the middle on the bottom. And then it is an original on the tri-color label, and it's a mono. It's not mint, but it's like a really strong VG+. and it's got, you know, their biggest hits. You know, You Really Got Me, Tired of Waiting, stuff like that. Let's see what else. All Day and All the Night, yeah. A lot of those, a lot of their big hits on that. But this is actually a really early on release, so to have that many hits that early on is pretty cool. I believe this came out in '66, so that's cool. Or '67. And here we go. This is really cool too. This is another Kinks album, and this one is in quite a lot better condition. It's the Kinks Kingdom. I've had this album before, but I've never had it in like excellent or almost near mint condition, and that's what I got right here. This is just beautiful. The vinyl's perfect. I'm about to show you this in 1 second. Mono again, another mono. Very, very exciting to come up with this stuff. First pressing mono. Just really nice copy too. Wow. Awesome. And the vinyl is just really, really good condition. Really strong copy. Kingdom. This is their 4th release. So basically right after that they released their greatest hits. And then up next, the last of those 60s records, but probably one of the best ones. Definitely right up there with those Kinks finds. Gloria by The Shadows of the Night. This is just a really nice copy of their first album from 1966. Or 67, I'm not 100% sure. Just really good garagey, psychedelic blues rock, a little bit of psych going on, not a lot. The psych would get cranked up a lot on their second album from '68. But this one right here is just, the vinyl is like perfect. It's never been played, condition. And it's a mono. It's a mono too, so really nice. Had to blow a little, some fuzz on side 2, but anyway. That's what it looks like. The back, the front of the album. Real quickly. And now we're going to get to one, I think this is one of the last finds from that particular, wait no, I got a few more actually. This is a really clean copy of the Beatles Let It Be. Just a gorgeous copy, like literally mint. I had a nice kind of VG Plus copy. It played really well, but I kind of wanted an upgrade, and this is exactly what I was looking for. And this is actually the very first pressing. I had a little bit of a later pressing too, so it's cool to have a very first pressing. You can only tell it's the first pressing by the dead wax. It says Phil plus Ronnie. Of course, Phil Spector, right, in the dead wax. So, and it also has bell sounds on the inner dead wax. So awesome. I can show you guys a little bit more on the cover, I guess. I think everybody knows what it is, but it's the back cover, front cover, gatefold. In really nice shape. It hadn't even been cracked. And I'm going to leave it like that. So I'll keep that one, and I'm going to sell my other copy. I'm just trying to quickly go through this stuff. I don't want to take up too much time, like I said. Very exciting to grab this stuff. Let's see, I have some more Beatles stuff. But before I get to that, I guess I'll go ahead and show this. This is kind of a rare record right here. It's a Kiss-related item, so people probably won't care that much for it. But because I know there aren't that many fans of Kiss that watch this, but this will be something that it's a rarity, you know, to have. This is a Loaned for promotion only. No, not for sale. Ownership and all rights reserved. It says it right there in the corner. And what this is like a compilation of the solo albums and the recommended songs for airplay. It says it right here, assembled especially for radio from the Kiss albums. So all 4 solo albums, and it features 2 songs each from the solo albums. Obviously, the most commercially viable songs. So on Ace Frehley, you'd get like New York Groove, you know. Gene Simmons' See You Tonight, you know. Paul Stanley, Hold Me, Touch Me. So this is really cool to have, and I looked it up. I mean, I didn't even know if it was rare or not. I thought it was at least worth a few dollars, you know, worth $1 or whatever, because I paid $1 for it. Or no, 50 cents, because it was with the rest of these. So, I looked it up, and apparently it's worth like 30 or 40 bucks. So, this is a rare record right here, and it's in like gorgeous condition, just really nice. So, that's pretty cool to have. Let me see if I can stack these up differently. Alright. Okay, now let me show you these Beatle records really, really quickly. I'm going to just fly through them. These are the best ones that I found. I actually got 9 Beatle albums, believe it or not. All original or early pressings, and all mono. Here is Meet the Beatles, a first press, mono copy, or at least a very early copy. And it's mono. I mean, the vinyl's not mint, but the cover's pretty nice. Tight seams. I mean, there's one, like, kind of cut right here where there's some paper loss on the side. And there's one seam split beginning on the bottom. And there's like a 2-inch seam split on the top. But, I mean, usually they're a lot rougher than this. So I grabbed it anyway. Because I know the rarity of finding an original Beatles first album. So here is the labels. The vinyl isn't perfect, but for 50 cents I'll buy it any day of the week. There it is. Pretty nice. I'd say the vinyl is probably VG. Maybe Plus, maybe VG Plus. I haven't played it yet, so we'll have to see. Let's see what it sounds like. Because a lot of times with these older pressings, they sound really good, even when they're kind of on the rougher end of things. So that is something really cool to find and to have in the collection. And up next, I'm going to show you another. This one's better. This is the Beatles' second album. Just look at that. Pretty freaking nice. Nice seams on all sides. No seam splits at all. You can even read the spine. And then you open it up. Original inner sleeve. And the vinyl's just excellent condition, maybe near mint. So that's definitely a rarity right there. At least worth, 20 or 30 bucks, I'm sure, in this condition, being a mono. So definitely cool to have. I'm probably gonna have to stop this video and continue in another part pretty soon. I'm not sure where I am, so please bear with me. Here we have an original pressing of Sgt. Pepper's, again, a mono copy in really decent condition. Some seam wear, but no seam splits. Let me show you the gatefold. Classic gatefold right here. Everyone knows that. And fortunately enough, this is one of the copies that actually comes with the inner sleeve. So this is the very, very first pressings. Because the very, very first pressings came with the inner the inner sleeve. And we're back, everybody. Sorry about that. My video went over 20 minutes, so I'm going to continue showing you Sgt. Pepper's. I think the only thing I didn't show in the last part was the vinyl, so I'm going to show that real quick. Here is the insert that's always missing. And then here's the original mono vinyl. So super cool to have. Not in mint condition, but I mean, super strong VG Plus at least, for sure. And just another killer find that everybody's got to have. Weird enough, I didn't have this in the collection already. So I was actually kind of holding out for an original, you know, really nice original pressing on the color band, so I managed to pick one up. Funny how that works out. So, up next, I have a few more things. Not a lot. This next item isn't exactly rare, but this was something I bought separately that I actually found really cheap, and it's an album that I've been looking for quite a long time. And it's just one of those kind of late 70s hard rock groups. And I remember, I think LJ showed this years and years ago. And I even knew about it before then. But it's just a really great, like late 70s hard rock AOR, kind of that arena rock kind of sound. This is an obscure band anyway. It's a band called Airborne. And just a really tough album to find in nice shape. And this just so happens to be a promo copy. I mean, front to back, this thing rocks. If I recommend this to anyone, I recommend this to Garen. I think that he'll probably like this a lot. Kansas kind of ish, you know, Styx. That arena rock sound, Foreigner, you know, that kind of thick production, or that kind of commercial kind of sound. But it's really good. I'm telling you guys, it's really solid. I'm trying to think of other people that'll like this. I can't even think. But anyway, great album. Let me show you guys the vinyl real quick. I'm wasting all my time blabbering on about this record. I should be showing you guys what it looks like. It's a white label promo. Demonstration, not for sale. And man, I got this thing a few months ago. This thing just sounds killer. So when I get my turntable back up and running, I'll be playing that a lot more for sure. It's just a great, really great record. Cool stuff. So anyway, there's Airborne. And the last few records are some upgrades to Led Zeppelin albums I had. This is a first pressing of Led Zeppelin 3 with the pinwheel cover. It works perfectly. I would show you guys, but I'm kind of running out of time on this video. I don't want you guys to be stuck here for too long. If this isn't a first pressing, it's early second pressing. It doesn't have the famous dead wax phrases, because they usually say "do what thou wilt" or something else. So mote be it, yeah. Some like philosophy type quotes and stuff, but this is something I found in a collection of records online, and I got them really cheap. So that's something to be happy about. And then also, I got a really, really nice upgrade to Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti. I would show it, but it takes too much time to pull all the records out. Everything's there. All the vinyl is like perfect condition. I have had a copy previously, so I've shown it before. But here's my new copy, and it's just really nice, gorgeous copy, crisp cover, really cool. And then last but definitely not least, I'm going to show this thing totally. I got a really, really nice copy of Led Zeppelin 1, just in immaculate condition, and if you can't tell, it's perfect in the shrink. Never been touched. Or, well, I mean, it's been touched, but I mean, it's like, the vinyl's like perfect. So, here's the sleeve. I mean, the cover's near mint, obviously, because it's never been played. Or it's in the shrink, I mean. Keep saying it's never been played. And it might not have ever been played except for that one time I played it, and it sounds like really beautiful. Here it is. Very first pressing, too. Or a very early pressing. Considering a lot of people think that misprint is first pressing, which is actually a misprint. And it was only manufactured at one specific plant. This is the official first pressing. And that pressing is the one that I'm talking about, the very rare label variation, was a mistake. And that's what makes it rare. Just because it's an early pressing and it's a mistake. A lot of people even say that what happened was the guys at the factory just were too lazy to switch out the labels, so they just pressed it on the old Atco label. But anyway, there's the Led Zeppelin 1. So that's about it for right now. For this video, I have some psych stuff that I'm going to be showing. Some stuff didn't turn out exactly quite how I thought that it would. I did just do the record show a week ago. Not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before that. And it was really cool. And I sold a lot of stuff. And I also found a few things. So that'll be in my next video. And a few other things that I found. And just a lot of cool stuff. So I still need to get my turntable repaired. I'll get a new needle on it. And hopefully by the next video I make, it'll be up and running again. I mean, but maybe not. So anyway, I hope to see you guys all later. And please comment. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Have a good day, everybody. Or good night, actually, because it's night right now. So anyway, see you guys later. Good night.